Hello, in this video we're going to go through the Imeo Hackathon submission for this year's Inriver Hackathon at the Pinpoint conference. This submission actually ended up winning the Inriver Hackathon, but in the original submission we only had a 2-minute window, which made it pretty difficult to show all of the nice features and intentions of the approval workflow which we submitted. Alright, so the first thing you'll see as you come into Inriver is the dashboard, and here on the front page you'll see the widget My Tasks, which is what we created for this hackathon. The widget My Tasks shows you the tasks relevant for you, so the products that needs approval. And with this user account I'm logged into now, I have 2 areas of responsibilities. I'm responsible for products within the areas of pants, shirts, jackets and footwear. And I'm responsible for 4 markets: Denmark, Sweden, Norway and Lithuania. So the widget pulls these criteria together, does some advanced searches and figures out what products actually need my approval. So as I click on Ready for Approval, we'll go to the extension app, which when you open up the widget, you see this My Tasks Kanban board where the products that you need to approve are sorted by their status. And here I see 2 products awaiting my approval: the slim fit jacket and the trousers. So let's try and go ahead and look at the trousers. So as the widget opens up the trousers, we'll see the new details page, which is something we created for this hackathon to show how could the details page of the Inriver PIM system function if we extended it with this approval workflow and did some different improvements. So the first thing you'll notice is up on the right hand corner, you'll see the other co-workers that are currently editing this product that you have open. And for this hackathon submission, this is mock data, it's not really live, but it's a cool feature, and I think it will function particularly well with the auto-saving draft version, which you are working with in this version of the details page. And if this functionality was improved a bit further, you would be able to see which fields are your co-workers actually editing, and then the system could help you not edit the same thing at the same time. Also, when you look at this details page, you'll notice that it's divided into the draft data on the left and the published data on the right. And actually the draft data is all the data that is currently within the Inriver system, and the published data is the latest published version that has been replicated to an approval cache in an Azure component connected to the Inriver instance. So basically everything you edit functions in the regular Inriver data model, and what you see that has been published, it's being loaded into this UI from the approval cache, and this is also where customers get access to this data. So the first field available here on the details page is the media tab and the product pictures. So here we've moved the product pictures inline into the details page, so you wouldn't have to go to different tabs to add media information, because basically media information and text information, it can have very much of the same semantic meaning, and you may want to put it into the same categories. So here in this demo environment we have the product picture, but it may be that we wanted to add a dimensional drawing or measurements of the product, and we wanted to put that into a separate attribute that was also of the type media. Also, you see here the Azure Cognitive Services integrated into the UI, which shows you a suggestion for what color code these pants may have. But as you see, the Azure Cognitive Search, it doesn't really get the color right on this particular product. As we continue down on the page, you'll notice here that the short description is marked as yellow to indicate that there is a completeness warning on this particular attribute, and we need to fill that out with some data. So this is an improvement over the standard Inriver way of having the completeness in a separate window where you would have to go and see what is missing and then find the attribute in the details page. Here you get the warning exactly where you need to do something to fix it. So also on the short description, we see that Azure Cognitive Services has a suggestion for a text, and why not use this text, a pair of brown pants. And notice here while I'm typing that the system is actually auto-saving the changes that I'm doing, meaning that the draft version of this product is continuously updated as I'm typing in changes. And if this had been the first change that was done to the product since it has been approved, it would have been marked as draft version and been available in the My Task widget for all the different employees or co-workers that were able, or that had this product within their area of responsibility. And that's actually the reason why this product popped up in the My Task widget when we looked at the front page, because the long description has also been changed, indicated by the blue dot. So in the previous version, the one that is currently published as an approved data for the different systems showing this data to the customers, the long description was one long string of text. And what has been changed is that this has been divided up into bullets, and it has been marked as bold on the professionals and consumers. So for this rich text editor, it's quite nice that you don't have to enable the edit mode. As soon as you click it, you are able to edit it. And also we've extended it with some rich text functionalities like bullets and bold text. So this is not the obvious choice for every PIMP model out there, but in some cases it does make sense to enable rich text for some of the descriptive fields. One last thing I want to show you before I approve the product is the Boolean fields that in the regular details view of Inriver, you can select either true or false or not set. But in this reimagined version of the details page, we've changed this to a check mark, which is more intuitive to users that may not be familiar with the terms true and false. All right, but all in all, we are now content with this product and we want to approve it. So let's click the publish button to approve the dataset. And then what happens now is that the data is replicated into the approval cache located in Azure, and the status of the product inside of Inriver is changed to now this is published and it doesn't have any draft changes. So if I changed anything, then again, it would be marked as a draft version that needs approval. But right now it's approved with no further draft changes. So if we return to the dashboard on the front page of Inriver, we will now see the widget loading. And here you see now there is only one product that awaits my approval.